Hey kiddies, we're going to read a book about Eliza Hamilton, founding mother, written by Monica Culling, illustrated by Valerio Fabretti. It's dedicated to in the memory of the mother and the orphan that she loved. Hope you enjoy it. It's intended for a step into reading level 3. Eliza Schuyler was born in 1757. Her father was a major general in the colonial army and an important landowner. Her devoted mother came from one of the richest families in New York State. Eliza would grow up to marry Alexander Hamilton, one of America's founding fathers. Oh, look, they have a baby. Few people know about the great things Eliza achieved. It's time they did. Eliza grew up in Albany, New York. She had many brothers and sisters. They lived in a mansion called the Pastures, which stood on a hill near the Hudson River. There she is. Oh, so you're going to grab a butterfly? No way. Eliza often brought the outdoors inside. One day she had something surprising in her hat. "Snake!" her sister screamed. "Take it outside, Eliza," ordered Mama. "Now." See her coming in carrying that snake, trying to scare her sisters. At mealtimes, the family talked about the news of the day. One evening in 1775, Eliza's father announced, "A shot was fired in Lexington, Massachusetts." "What will happen now, Papa?" asked 17-year-old Eliza. "We will go to war with England," said her father. It was the start of the American Revolution. Important people often ate at the Schuyler home. Benjamin Franklin visited in 1776. That's Ben Franklin. On a walk with the family, he saw Eliza scramble up a steep hill. "She's a bold soldier," he said. Eliza was strong. The American army was camped for the winter near Morristown, New Jersey. Eliza was staying nearby with her aunt and uncle. At a party, she met Alexander again. They met many more times after. Soon, they grew close. Looks like he wants her to dance with him. What do you think? On December 14th, 1780, Eliza's family stood near as she and Alex were married. Alexander was an orphan. Eliza's large and loving family welcomed him as one of their own. She just married Alexander Hamilton. Awesome. Alex went back to work, writing letters to Congress for General George Washington. But he wanted to fight. In 1781, he led an attack on Yorktown, Virginia, that helped end the war in the colonies. 3 months later, back at home, Eliza gave birth to their first child. Eliza and Alex had a son. They named him Philip, after her father. Alex came home a hero. He got work as a lawyer. In Lower Manhattan, where the family lived, Eliza kept busy with their family. She also helped Alex with his political career. Look at all those kids hanging all over the place. Alex wrote many essays to convince voters to accept the Constitution. Its laws would hold the states together. Eliza read what Alex wrote. Her wise advice helped him to write more clearly. You know what the Constitution is? Ask your parents. It's very important. On April 30th, 1789, George Washington became the first president of the United States. He chose Alex to be the first secretary of the Treasury, the manager of the money system. Eliza ran the household. She was smart about stretching the little money that came in. Is she writing with a feather? I think she is. She had to be. The Hamilton family was growing. Beside her own children, Eliza had welcomed 2 needy children into her heart and home. There were many mouths to feed. Then, tragedy struck. What do you think it is? Let's find out. November 23rd, 1801. Eliza and Alex's oldest son, Philip, was 19 when he fought a duel. This was a gunfight to defend one's honor. Alex told his son, "Don't aim to kill." But the other man shot to kill. Philip was dead. Eliza prayed to be strong. She needed to be. Alexander had left debts. Their beloved home, called the Grange, had to be sold. A few months after Alex died, Eliza lost her dear father too. He had left her some money, and with it, she bought back the Grange. She's good with money. Smart lady. Eliza wanted to make a difference in the lives of homeless children. Her friend, Isabella Graham, also had a heart for orphans. In 1806, along with a few other women, they started the Orphan Asylum Society in the city of New York. They raised money and bought a new house where children without families could live. The two-story house is in Greenwich Village, New York City, was home to 16 orphans. But soon the house was too small. The woman raised more money and built a bigger orphanage. Eliza was the vice president. In 1821, she became its president. The orphanage later became a place that helped children and families in need, and it still exists today. Eliza wanted every child to know how to read and write. She also wanted history to remember her husband. In 1818, she opened the first school in Washington Heights, New York City. She named it the Hamilton Free School. 1818. That was over 200 years ago. Can you even imagine? Eliza also raised money to build a memorial to honor America's first president. She joined two former First Ladies, Dolly Madison and Louisa Adams, in their effort. The Washington Monument was finally opened to the public in 1888, but not in time for Eliza to see it in all its glory. Eliza outlived Alex by 50 years. She raised their children and helped so many others. She organized Alex's writings for publication for future generations, so future generations would know about him. She was laid to rest in 1854 beside her beloved Alexander. Elizabeth Schuyler Hamilton lived to be 97 years old. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book. I read it a little bit differently. Hope you enjoyed it. I love you. Good night.